and song 1, Don't Look Back, take 3.
Hi, we're Ha Vay. We're so excited to be here today with Berkeley B-Side filming our A-Side sessions. We're going to play our new EP for you. It's called We Fell in Love at the Party, and this first song is called Don't Look Back. There's a feeling that I get when something is right, and it's at my fingertips when I get you in my sights. They can say that it's just a trick of the light, but I trust my intuition, don't you? And I tell you to think I already know you, but I don't wanna scare you, huh? But we could get out of here, escape the party and disappear. You can tell me your every fear. Don't look back. There's a feeling that you get when my voice gets real quiet, and you drive all damn night to hear it just right. And they can say that the drive's not worth your time, but I like that, wouldn't you? We can meet off the highway, bags packed, ready, but I don't wanna risk it tonight. But we could get out of here, escape the city and disappear. You can tell me your every fear. Don't look back. What if you wanted to risk it? I'm telling you, I am worth it. What if you don't look back? Ha ha ha. What if you wanted to risk it? I'm telling you, I am worth it. What if you don't look back? Ha ha ha. What if you wanted to risk it? I'm telling you, I am worth it. What if you don't look back? Ha ha ha. What if you wanted to risk it? I'm telling you, I am worth it. What if you don't look back? Thank you. This next song is called The Exhibitionist. I can see you across the room, chip on your shoulder, then in blue, carving cracks in your skin so I can look through to see your strange green heart. Maybe you feel the way I do, something about the way you move brings me center stage and look into you. I'll put on a show. I'll climb up on the roof, I'll jump into the pool, I'll act like a fool just to prove to you, to you, to you, to you. But you're a dreamer, I am too. next song is called Drunk as the Gods. The song is called Dream Girl.
To my lips, I fight.
This last song is called Morocco. I wrote it 2 days ago. As I was in the taxi leaving, some stupid fucking song came on about a guy at a club in London. He saw a beautiful girl and I kinda wanna kill ya, and it makes me want you more. And I might be scared of closeness, I might be treading water, but with the way that I thought you knew me, well now you're just a bore, and I kinda wanna leave ya, just to make you want me more. Whoa! Run, baby, run, baby, run, baby, run, to make you want me more. Meet me on the rooftop, lost my voice in the thunder, screaming about how much I wanted you, and now I'm not so sure, 'cause I kinda wanna miss you, just to make you love me more. Whoa! Run, baby, run, baby, run, baby, run, to make you want me more. Run, baby, run, baby, run, baby, run, to make you want me more. Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome back to A-Side Sessions. I'm here with Ha Vay, who just did an amazing set here in the Thorsen House basement. Shout out to Christian for letting us use this room. It was absolutely beautiful, and it was paired with a beautiful set. Before we jump into the interview, do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name's Elliot, and I play the bass.
Hi, I'm Cam. I play drums.
My name's Grant. I play guitar.
My name's Connor. I play the keyboard.
And I'm Maddie. I sing.
Slay. And that's Ha Vay. Amazing performance, y'all. Thanks so much. The entire band killed it. Amazing performance. Like I just said earlier, killed it. Y'all killed it.
Thank you so much.
You guys played songs off your newest EP. We fell in love at the party. It was really great to hear it live. You guys killed it. Stellar, sonically amazing. My words are coming out weirdly.
Thank
but
you so much. That's
describe it.
okay.
Yeah, amazing. So I want to ask, like, what was the process behind the EP? You know, when you were writing it, when it was an idea, to today when you guys performed it live.
Yeah, totally. I knew I wanted to write an EP chronologically through a night telling the story of two people meeting at a party. I actually made a short film with that plot a long time ago, which was not a very good short film. So I was like, I'm going to give it another try and make it into an album or an EP. So that was the concept. Wrote most of the songs around the same time. I really wanted them to, even if they don't narratively tell a very chronological story, to still at least give you the feeling going through a night. Recorded them. Elliot, who plays bass in the band, engineered, mixed, and mastered everything, played most of the instruments. We had Gan on guitar, Connor and Cam came in for one of the songs, and we just produced it all there. And then we have our live set, which is different because a lot of the production was more electronic on the EP. So this is our live take on it.
Nice. I love to hear that. Is that short film still out there if people want to find it?
I hope not. I'm gonna go home today and make sure it's not. I wrote about it. I put something about it on Instagram, and people were like, "Ooh, I want to see it." And I was like, maybe I'll make a new edit.
Yeah. Use some of these
Something like that.
clips.
Yeah, I could do that. That could be interesting. Yeah.
I'd love
The
to watch
original
that.
one was in Paris, so it might be
Oh,
hard
wait.
to put together, but I could make a new Paris in Berkeley.
Artistic. I love that approach. This might be a hard question, but what is your favorite song off the EP? Or if you have a favorite
Ooh.
song to play live?
I think my favorite one to play live is probably Drunk as the Gods.
Nice.
It's really fun. I didn't scream in it today, but usually when we're in a venue, I'll do a big scream and just be all over the place. It's very cathartic, so that's probably my favorite one.
Nice. I love that. I'll have to see you guys live so I can see the scream to get the full
Yes, you
experience.
should.
On that same note, this was an amazing performance. Absolutely killed it. But what I want to ask is, what other performances have you guys done that you guys really enjoyed? Some of your favorites, some stages you've played?
Yeah, I think the craziest thing ever is I think our 5th show we ever played was at the chapel.
Whoa.
And we opened for a band called Movements and another band called Ridgeway. That was in December. We've barely played any shows yet, it feels like, even though it feels like a lot also. But that was really crazy, a huge audience. It was amazing. And recently we played at a warehouse, and actually I really loved that. The audience was super engaged and just there to have a good time. So that was really awesome too.
Well, I love that. That's crazy that you guys have not performed that much. You guys gave off very much seasoned performer vibes. That was insane. That
Yeah, well, I think
5
a lot of
times?
us have been performing I think we've played 15 shows now, but
sweet.
I think all of us have been performing for a long time, but as this band, all of us together, it's only been like 6 months. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Also, get back into that formation of the band, but I want to ask, what future gigs do you guys want to play? Shows, stages you guys want to be on?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'd really like to tour. I think that would be really cool. I love playing around the Bay Area, which is super fun, but I'd love to see just other vibes, other music scenes. Would be really cool.
Out of anywhere in the world to tour, where would you want to go?
I kind of want to go back to Paris because I used to live there, so I think that would be crazy to perform there.
Yeah, make the short film back. There you go.
Yeah,
part 2.
maybe remake the short film.
That's so sweet. Back into how you guys got all into music. So you guys been doing music for a really long time, but what was the process to become Ha Vay?
So previously to this, Elliot and Grant and I were in another band called Leo Blue, and then that kind of, during the pandemic, the beginning of the pandemic, it was really hard to rehearse and everything like that, so Elliot and I just started making some of my songs that I was writing, and we decided to put them out under my Chinese name, which is Ha Vay. And that was in 2020, so we put out some music since then, and then just started performing live about 6 months ago.
Was that your first time ever putting out music within your name and your person, your face behind it?
I've been doing it for a long time, but this was the most serious attempt. When I was in high school, I made electronic music in
Whoa.
Ableton, and I put it out on the
I love that. Was that
internet.
your beginning of your artistry right there in high school?
Probably. I would say the real beginning of it, I used to walk around my neighborhood and sample wind chimes and stuff
That's
on my
so
phone
dope.
and turn them
Wait.
into synths. I thought that it was really bad. Not at the time. I loved it at the time. Then I went through a long phase of I cannot listen to this. And then I pulled them up the other day and I
So
was
you
like,
still have them?
yeah, I still have them. And I was like, these aren't that bad. The lyrics are really bad, but everything else was kind of okay.
You have to
actually.
recycle those and use them for a song. That's so
There's
sick.
one I kind of want to reuse actually that had all the wind chimes in it and everything. I was like, this is kind of cool actually. I'm not cringing as hard at my 16-year-old self anymore.
That sounds really creative. I would love to hear that.
Yeah, maybe we'll pull it out.
Yes. That segues me into the question about artistry and creativity. So I'm hearing wind chimes is a good source of creativity. What other places do y'all source your creativity from, and what fuels the artistry of Ha Vay?
Ooh, I think it's changed over time, but right now I've been really thinking about storytelling. I've lived in a lot of different places and just had a lot of different experiences. And before I felt like I couldn't look back on those and use those because it was well, that was a long time ago. But I'm starting to dip into there and it's been really cool. There's a lot there of just a lot of
big teenage feelings, and I can still feel them when I read the old diaries. So
Yeah.
it's fun to bring those back out. So storytelling, but also feeling really magical, because I think being like, especially being like 18, 19, everything feels huge and magical, and I just really want to tap into that.
Nice. Yeah, your music definitely felt magical. I think I can speak for everyone here. The vibes here are very magical, super, super amazing. With that second, what I wanted to do, I forgot what I was going to ask. Awkward.
That's fine. I'm really glad that it's coming off that way, because I never know. Things are very dense and lush in my head, and sometimes I'm like, maybe it just sounds like I'm speaking a totally incoherent language when I try to make it happen outside of my head. So if anyone's
That's
getting even
real.
vaguely the idea, that is a success to me.
I love it. I was going to ask about you relaying back to your memories for, current music. I love that. I think that's really, really sick. What kind of methods do you use to, go back to your old memories and your old self?
So the first one would definitely be, I had some really intense journals at the time, especially, so I lived in Paris for 2 years, from when I was 18 until I was 20. So digging up those journals and digging through them, there's a lot of like 4 a.m. drunken entries, a lot of those, and they're scribbled and they're crazy, but something about like seeing them and reading them, I can kind of relive. There's also just lines in there that I think are really honest and really raw that I just will literally pull out word for word, and I think it's just the most honest thing. So that would be the number one. Yeah.
I love that. That's really sick. You can feel like the energy on your scribbles and how deeply
Yes.
you wrote the word.
Definitely.
That's super sick. I want to ask, do you have any people in music right now that kind of influence you or inspire you?
Yeah. I mean, I think my number one is always Grimes, which I feel like seems like maybe it wouldn't relate to all of this, but I just get a big feeling from her music, and that really inspires me, just the feeling of all the layers of it, and also like the high soprano vocals, which is relatable for me, so figuring out how to mix those things together and make something compelling, that's really important to me.
That's sweet. I love that. So we talked about how you guys got into music, how you guys formed, when did the band come together? When you guys, how'd you meet every single person?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was going to say the first person I met is Grant, but I guess it's technically Connor. Connor took piano lessons from my dad.
Whoa.
When he was like a little kid.
So your dad formed the band?
Yes. My dad is responsible for all of this, and my mom. Actually, my parents are great. They're very supportive. But so I think I technically met Connor as a kid, but I don't have that many memories of us actually interacting. So the next person I met was Grant, which was like 3.5 years ago. We had some jams that we met through someone else, and then I traveled around the world for a bit and then came back, and then Grant introduced me to Elliot, so then the three of us became a band for a while, and then last summer or in the fall, I don't know, then we added in Connor because we all knew Connor already, and then we met Cam off of the app Vamper, if you've heard of that.
Hey, sponsorship.
It's like, I know, look at that. It's like Tinder for music, and honestly, sometimes it feels like people are using it just as like Tinder. But Cam is the first, but Cam didn't give me that vibe.
Yes,
Cam gave me a good vibe, and so we had Cam come in, and he's an angel, and we're super happy about it.
That's so fun. I love that. How do you guys meet your managers and the other people on set today?
Let's see. Well, manager Susan heard some. Do you know Expression College? It's like in Emeryville, I think. It's like a production college of some kind. So I recorded there for free a long time ago, and she was taking a course there, and like for recording for free they might use your stems basically for class purposes. So she was editing my vocals and then tracked me down because
that's
for a
insane.
class they like the professor who was the engineer when I recorded there was using my vocals, so she heard that and then came and found us, which was the coolest thing ever. I was so surprised. And then Erin, our other manager, was friends with Grant in college, and Chelsea as well. So yeah, that's how we know everyone.
Nice. I love the team environment that you guys all had going on today. You guys seem really connected and had a really strong bond. It was really nice to witness that.
Yeah,
and,
it's really fun.
Definitely shows in your guys' music. You are very much a coherent unit. It's really cool to watch. I want to ask, coming into music, there might be obstacles that people encounter. So is there any obstacles that you encountered within your music career, and how have you gone forward and transvest those? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think I kind of avoided even trying for a really long time. I've played music forever, and I did some songs in high school that I like put on the internet and did mildly well, given that I didn't like promote them at all. But for a long time I was like, oh, it's just unreasonable. There's no way you can do anything in music. That seems crazy. But just I think committing to it, and we've been growing pretty fast, faster than I would have expected. I think using social media is really helpful, which I kind of hate social media. I think we all kind of hate social media, or like using it. I really didn't use social media at all before this, so it's been a bit of a learning curve. So I feel like that's a big obstacle, is just figuring out how to grow and how to kind of stay positive as you're just like putting things out, and like there's obviously it's very oversaturated. So, but I mean, I think it's really fun and I'm really passionate about it. So I'm still having fun the whole time.
Nice. Having fun and the passion is definitely what's going to drive you. And we'll look for the Ha Vay unreleased SoundCloud songs. Definitely need that.
Well, I think it was under my name, so maybe it's hard to find.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
see.
Even exclusive are defined. On that same vein, I love the idea of advice, to musicians about social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any other advice you give to rising musicians?
I would just say, like, you have to commit when you're writing, when you're performing, any of it. Like, even if, like, you could sound bad or write something that sounds dumb, you think, or tired, I guess, like overused. But if you commit to it and you're really honest in it, people are going to connect with that. I think people can see through something that feels put on. So as long as you're screaming out of tune, but you like really care, I think people will love that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than being like, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's like, I think it's just about really putting yourself out there and just really doing it.
Yeah, I love that, like staying authentic and being you.
Yeah, and just not being afraid, which sounds crazy to be like, just don't be afraid. But like, what's the real harm? I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that much.
Literally. I love that. That's sweet.
Yeah.
I want to ask, what has been your favorite moment in music so far? It doesn't have to be a show or anything. It could be like, a rehearsal or a songwriting session.
I feel like it's okay. I'll go with this. So our song "Ode to the Party Girl," which is still currently our most popular song, I had like a little recording on my phone, just a voice memo of like just messing around, kind of coming up with it, that I listened to for months and months. I would just walk around listening to it, and I can always, even if I have something really stripped, I can hear all the instruments and everything already and what I want it to sound like. So I just sat on that for such a long time, and eventually we produced it, and it really came out how I had imagined it. And that's like I think the craziest feeling ever, when I can then just like listen to the new version and walk around and get really lost in it. And that's really satisfying to me. I think the other thing would just be anytime that like we perform or something and anyone says that they were inspired in any way or feels something in any way, that is, to me, I'm a people pleaser, so that's like the biggest thing in the whole world that means the most to me.
Yeah, those experiences sound absolutely lovely. Like that sounds like a beautiful reason to be in music and do what you do.
Yeah.
That's great. Is there a future goal that you guys want to accomplish, as a band, maybe as an individual in music?
I think the sky's the limit. I don't know. I just would like to. I'm a very driven person, but also I am a very explorative person. So I will just keep digging deeper and bigger forever and ever and ever until I die.
Yes,
So that's my only answer. Nothing, everything more.
That's beautiful. And that's a beautiful, as we wrap this up, I love that final answer. Do you have anything that you want to plug that people should look out for with Ha Vay coming forward?
We have a lot of shows coming up, so especially if you're in the Bay Area, look out for that. They're on all of our social media, because building shows is a big deal, and I'm sure we'll have more music coming soon. I played one new song today that I'm already thinking about, so just staying tuned. There's a lot to come.
Nice, lovely. Again, thank you so much. This was an
Thank
amazing
you.
performance, an amazing set. You guys absolutely killed it.
This is such a cool place and such a great opportunity. Thank you so much.
Shout out Christian and the rest of our team for absolutely putting this
Yes,
together.
thank you so
Amazing.
much. Everyone was amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Peace out. We don't really want to end it. Yay!
There's a feeling that I get when something is right, and it's at my fingertips when I get you in my sights. They can say that it's just a trick of the light, but I trust my intuition, don't you?